will kick off in just a couple weeks.
Game 1, time in. 0-0-2. Side out.
Good play there by Wei, and Fahey playing defense and getting it back to neutral, but
0-0-1.
couldn't do something aggressive with it.
Looks like ladies are not afraid to speed the ball up here early.
One, 0-1.
And Kate Fahey all over that middle ball that CP tried to send through with her two-handed backhand. Puts it down.
1-0-2. Point. Two, 0-2.
What a point.
Yeah,
That sails a little wide. And Jamie Wei has a lovely lob, so I like her introducing that here early, trying to get a few points off of that throughout this match. I love that step in from Jamie Wei. And she's typically somebody that likes to play a bigger left side, not the tallest frame, but if she can step over, take that forehand either down the middle or into the body of Catherine Parenteau, she's definitely going to be seen as more of a force there from the left.
Interesting.
Playing straight up.
Fahey and Wei playing straight up.
Great cover there from Fahey, showing her adaptability as well. Like I said, newer partnership, so maybe just trying a couple different looks to see what feels the most natural for these two.
2-2-1. Second serve.
Little aggressive on that low ball.
2-2-2.
Wei and Fahey dinking very well early, but they've been dinking very steadily.
Ooh, wow. A little short hop drip from Jamie Wei. Not exactly sure if that was the vision, but it worked out. Nobody even near that ball.
3-2-2. Side out.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication from Catherine and Jade on that initial drop, but very calm. Kawamoto pulls that right through the middle.
Point.
Yeah, it looks like Kawamoto and Parenteau are doing a strategy of dinking wide and speeding up middle.
3-3-1.
Nice
Second
slide there
serve.
from Fahey on the left side. Slides to her right and loads up that two-handed backhand, gets that ball down to the feet of
3-3-2.
Catherine Parenteau.
Side out. Three, 3-1. Second serve.
It's the first one I feel like Jamie's pulled that she kind of got coaxed into hitting it hard. A little bit of a bait ball thrown at her, and she takes it, hits up at it, and then it ends up
3-3-2.
not working out. So she's got to be careful there, not getting too ambitious.
Side out. Three, 3-1.
Great
Second
pace on
serve.
that two-handed backhand from Jamie Way. And she's doing a phenomenal job moving the stink around early on in this game
3-3-2.
one.
Point. Four, 3-2. Point.
Great hands there from Jade to get away from being jammed up by that. Resets it perfectly into the kitchen.
Couple of errors there from
Hold on.
Way.
Okay, here we go.
That's the thing that may be
Ready?
the difference in this match is
5,
Kawamoto and
3, 2.
Parenteau are so consistent. It's hard to match their consistency.
That's a really
Side out.
pretty ball there from Fahey on the right side. Yeah, the Kawamotos are known for their reliability, not making many unforced errors. And Catherine has a little bit more of that offensive potential, but she's playing fantastic so far, not making any
3-5-1.
neutral or defensive errors. So that's going to make them a really tough out here if she can keep that up.
And we see Way
Second
and
serve.
Fahey go into a stack with Way on the left.
Yeah, Jamie Way
3-5-2.
definitely a little bit more comfortable on the left, so a few of those errors on the right side, maybe electing to just go over where she's feeling a little bit better.
Side
Well
out.
left there by Kawamoto.
She gives it a smile for the matrix move.
5-3-1. Point. Timeout receivers, 6-3-1.
They can get
Time
their
in.
energy back here
6-3-1.
following timeout. Great
Second
dig there
serve.
from Fahey.
6-3-2. Side out.
And I like that dink margin from Jamie Way. When I'm playing women's doubles, I always get frustrated when I miss a dink in the net. because I know worst case scenario, I pop it up, somebody's
3-6-1.
attacking it out of the air at me, which is actually a lot of women's second choice when initiating offense. Those ladies
Second
preferring
serve.
to initiate the offense off the bounce. So I like what Jamie Way did there, that previous point of leaving a little bit high. Catherine Parenteau speeds it up, and she's all
3-6-2.
over it with the counter.
Tied out. Six, 3-1. Point. Seven, 3-1. Point.
Yeah, that's a Kawamoto Parenteau point right there.
Yeah, great defense from them.
Great defense, just grindy, grindy, grindy.
8-3-1.
Wait for the opponents to make a mistake.
Point. Nine, 3-1.
What a point.
Second serve.
Catherine Parenteau sending that ball long. Great defense from Fahey earlier in that point. They played about 3 points and 1 right there.
I thought Catherine had an ATP there.
Yeah, it looked like she might have, but sometimes it's hard to think about the ATP when, as the ball's traveling, you don't know if it's
9-3-2.
there, and at the last second to go for it. So opts to dink it back, and it costs them.
Point.
It just overhits that ball.
Free
That's going
challenge
to get a
timeout
timeout
receivers,
from
10-3-2.
Fahey.
I'm not going to bet against you
10-3-2.
or Annalie, ever.
Side
Nice
out.
deep return there from Fahey out of their timeout. Back to 3-10. See what they decide to do with their sides. Okay, we will have Fahey back on the right.
3-10-1.
Unfortunate.
Second serve.
I wonder if she had let that just trickle down the net, if it had would have hit the bar, but hard to think about that when you're sprinting
3-10-2.
forward. Just long there on that mishit ATP defense. Good footwork from Fahey to get out on the
4-10-2.
outside of that ball. One of the better movers on tour.
Side out.
Good spot there from Catherine.
That middle's been a good spot for Parenteau and Kawamoto. That new partnership away, and Fahey have had a little bit of trouble with those middle balls.
And I would like to see the left side player, we'll get into this maybe a little bit more after the
10-4-1.
game break, left side player take a step over into that middle a little bit more. Catherine has not been able to get many dinks back there. Jade's hit a couple down the line.
Second serve.
But I always say you want to cover that middle really well until somebody makes you have to think twice about it.
10-4-2. Point game, 11-4.
Good flick there from
Timeout, change
Parenteau,
ends.
earns the game 1 win. Back at Carvana
Game
Grandstand
2,
Court
time
at the
in.
Toys R Us PPA Finals
0-0-2.
presented by Yola, Jim Kloss and Zoe Wow bringing you the action. Game 2.
Good leave there from
Side
Jamie
out.
Way. And I like her staying on the left here this second game. I think some of the looser errors that she had in the middle of that game 1 came when she was on the right
0-0-1.
side. So keeping her on the left, letting her get her rhythm over there, see if she can bring her level up a little bit. I don't think that was her best, so we'll see what happens here in game 2.
Point.
Jamie also finding some success when she's able to roll that dink either off her forehand wing or her
1-0-1.
backhand wing into the backhand corner of Catherine Parenteau.
Second serve.
Good return. Yeah, at least initially, Zoe, it looks like they're sticking with
1-0-2.
Fahey on the right. I agree that I would stick with that the whole time.
Side out.
I think something that Jade Kawamoto did really well to keep Jamie Way a little bit more honest is anytime she got that outside backhand dink, she was
0-1-1.
taking it mostly straight up the line to make Jamie Way move back over to her left, staying out of that middle. I like that speed up
Second
from
serve.
Jamie Way a lot. Finds Catherine's right hip, which she's covering with a forehand. Kind of an awkward jam up for her. And then Kate
0-1-2.
Fahey sends that forehand past Jade Kawamoto. Nice combo there
Side
from
out.
Fahey. A little bit of a flick from the left side. Catherine's on the first one with her forehand, but then again, Fahey's forehand puts that ball down.
1-0-1. Second serve.
Just a little bit too much on that forehand speed up from Kate Fahey. I do like the look to be a little bit more
1-0-2.
aggressive here early on in game 2.
Side out.
And
Yeah, I think-
Catherine just camping out there looking for that dink to come straight back down the line and then finds the middle with her flick.
I think the problem for Fahey and Way is that
0-1-1.
a grindy game does not favor them. That's what Kawamoto and Parenteau want to do. Long points, a lot of defense, a lot of dinking.
Oh, just wide there.
That's a
Second
nice
serve.
lob.
Yeah, I like the lob a lot as well from Jamie Way. Definitely has that kind of fine tune in her arsenal, so I'd like to see her use that a little bit
0-1-2.
more if she can. Great angle there on the put away from Kawamoto. And Catherine Parenteau looks really comfortable there on that left side, following her dink really well, taking up space in the middle. So I'd like to see if they can do something, either finding her feet a little bit more or
1-1-2.
find a couple speed ups off the bounce of her to keep her a little bit less active.
Side out.
Great ATP defense from Jamie Way, and that's a shot that we've seen become a little bit more mainstream here as as pickleball has continued to
1-1-1.
develop, you see that your opponent's going around for the ATP. Dip down, stick your paddle out, and hopefully you can redirect it back to them. There's that
Second
middle ball
serve.
again.
The other thing we saw that was interesting, Zoe, on that ATP was how Jade immediately moved to cover the middle. Now that ATP defense has become
1-1-2.
more of a thing, as you correctly mentioned, the partner or the person executing the ATP needs to move over and cover the middle.
Side out.
Something I'd like to maybe see from Wei and Fahey here is take a half step back off the kitchen line, try to find some more speed ups off the bounce. They're taking a
1-1-1.
lot of balls out of the air, which I don't think is bad, but they're not attacking them. They're just putting them back in for neutral dinks. Bailed herself out there.
Point. Two, 1-1. Second serve.
One of the first defensive errors I think Jade Kawamoto's made all
2-1-2.
afternoon. You won't see many of those from her.
All right,
What a
great dig.
reset. Oh,
Oh.
man.
Point.
Yeah, not only did Jade Kawamoto reset that ball from earlier, she reset it perfectly.
Jade serving.
And unfortunately, a little
3-1-2.
net tick kills that ball.
Point.
I
Timeout
think we'll see a
receivers,
timeout here
4-1-2.
from Fahey and Wei, and we'll be right back here on Carvana Grandstand at the Toys R Us
4-1-2.
doubles action. Parenteau and Kawamoto lead a game in 4-1. Really pretty point there,
Side
moving
out.
the ball all around. Jamie Wei finding a little finesse with that inside out forehand. We'll see if they can get something going here. Still early here in game 2.
1-4-1.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. I'd like to see Fahey and Wei try a more aggressive approach, though, overall. Try to shorten these points.
And that lands.
Point.
Yeah, I'd love to see them maybe try to let a few more of these balls bounce and see if they can generate any offense off of the bounce. Both ladies very capable of pulling both off their
2-4-1.
forehand and backhand. Oh, good look
Second
there,
serve.
though. Kate Fahey definitely on that first ball. Feet of Jamie Wei just stopping a little bit early.
2-4-2.
Even if you have the right strategy, still got to execute.
Side out.
And again, I like the initiation there from Jamie Wei. Actually did jam Catherine Parenteau up a little bit there on her right shoulder, but still able to get the counter down, which Fahey then
4-2-1.
reset.
Second
Super
serve.
aggressive dink there. Ticks the net, and Catherine Parenteau not able to get underneath it.
4-2-2.
A little bit more rhythm in the game of Fahey and Wei. Good hands from Fahey.
Point. 5-2-2. Point.
Good flick from Catherine Parenteau, and she's playing really well today, finding a lot of offensive opportunities, but also has been very, very locked down on defense.
6-2-2.
Oh, that's
Point.
a shame. Just mistiming the jump there for the overhead. A little bit of wind and sun, and also no clouds in the sky, which can make that
7-2-2.
depth reception very challenging.
Kind of a repeat, though, of what we saw game one, a tight game initially, then a couple of errors. Suddenly it's 7-2.
She's all over that one.
Yeah.
Fahey trying the little inside out forehand out of the air. Doubles pool play
8-2-2.
here at the Toys R Us PPA Finals.
Side out.
And Jamie Way just took her sunglasses off, so that could be a major game changer here. Not missing that overhead this time.
2-8-1. Point.
Catherine Parenteau, one of 3
3-8-1.
players and the only female competing in all 3 disciplines this week.
Point.
Good aggressive move there by Jamie Way.
Yeah, great serve and great drive from Fahey. That's another
4-8-1.
tool that they could try to use here late in game 2 with Fahey, top 2 singles player in the world. She's got great drives off both wings. Try to use those to get a few easy points.
Second serve. 4-8-2. Side out.
Catherine countering really well today. Jamie Way tried to take that ball into her body, and she's sitting backhand, able to slide her body out of the way and get that ball
8-4-1.
down.
Yeah, I don't mind the play. It didn't work, but I don't mind the play.
I don't mind it one bit. I think that's definitely what they're going to need to do here, finishing game 2.
Point.
So we're also running the amateur tournament.
Great counter there from Jade Kawamoto. Gets a little bit of love off the net, and then that ball
9-4-1.
finds the baseline.
Point.
Parenteau doing a good job on that backhand, attacking the middle. Fahey and Way have been having some
10-4-1.
continuing issues about that middle.
Yeah, and it's tricky when you do pop that ball up high and wide. In that case, the Catherine's backhand. Knowing where to
Second
cover.
serve.
If you shift over, then the middle's open. If you don't shift over, then both players are just kind of poking at that ball. But if it's high and
10-4-2.
middle, even if it's Catherine's forehand, a little bit less angle able to be found.
Point game
And
match.
that return is off the tip into the net. That'll wrap up an 11-4, 11-4 win here on Carvana Grandstand for